everybody. Well, we had a good show last night with the story time. Some interesting twists. Genji was the first time she ever saw story time. She never saw story time before. She thought it was amazing. Which it can be. Sorry, there was some background. There's a fan in there. I kept forgetting that the when you're not using OBS to do the streaming, the noise canceling function doesn't work. Of course, the other software has noise cancellation too, but it's a little annoying. Okay, we can fix it out. We can fix it. So the thing I wanted to talk to you today about is just saying good morning to everybody and thank all the people who've already donated to the channel to a variety of reasons, and thank you very much. I do want to make sure you get some thanks for that. The weather for Connecticut area for the next week is going to be cool. It's going to be like in the low 20s, and it's just going to be fine. That means no air conditioner is going to be needed, which is a big step in the right direction.
Oh, yeah!
And this means my electric bill is also going to be lower.
Oh, yeah!
Tonight we are having the Discord live stream lounge chat. It's going to be in the lounge because that's the way we've been doing it for the last few months. And I don't see the reason to change that. It's going to be in the lounge for the lounge chat. That's why it's called the lounge chat. I don't think it would make sense to change the name of it to something else. But you never know. Let's see. Anyone coming in here yet? No. Okay. So we'll see how that goes with the Discord lounge tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time. That's at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So that's going to be interesting. We have been getting a lot more views and longer engagements, and that's a great start. But make sure, please, to like and hype the show. You can now hype yesterday's show because it has now completely been done, processed. So, hype it up, people. It really does help because we are seeing more of our shows in featured videos, and so that will help us to continue to get more people to become more familiar with our content. And it doesn't cost anything either. And so that would be great if you guys could help, like, and subscribe to the channel. Anonymous donations are accepted. I did update. It says thank you for the donations. Please like and subscribe. I didn't have room to put the word hype, but if you do hype, it would help too. I want to explain how hypes work. Hypes work with live streams that have already been fully processed, i.e. developed. So therefore, it usually takes about 24 hours before you can hype a show. So when you hype a show, it has to be hyped, and the show is no older than 7 days. So trying to hype a show from 3 weeks ago isn't going to cut it. It ain't going to work. But you can hype a show that is less than a week old, and then there's this Hype Hall of Fame, for lack of a better word. You get a maximum of 3 hypes a week for a video. So if you really think a show is great, you want to use all 3 hypes on it, you can. That won't get us so higher in the hype of fame, and that makes a big difference in getting more people to at least see the shows. But YouTube, however, still has us covered up with a lot of AI slop. And unfortunately, that means that we're still buried under AI slop videos in those those shorts. I really wish YouTube would get rid of the shorts and put them on their own channel. Because it's really, really annoying to see your video is like buried under a ton of dross and you can't easily change it. Good morning to you, David S. How you doing today? So, but when you hype the show, you put it in the hype of fame, and that helps a lot. Now, are we gonna do any videos? Well, I know M60 asked me to do one about the eSIM thing. I forgot all about that. Yeah, there's this eSIM feature that lets you create an eSIM on a phone or tablet that doesn't have eSIM built into it. It's just a little SIM chip like thing that slides into the slot. And then you can go ahead and using the appropriate adapter app, you can load an eSIM from a company into the chip. And that's kind of cool. I did use it with the tablet. I never tried it with a phone yet. But that's still, well, at least it kind of gives you the advantage of an eSIM. Let me explain what that means, just to keep it simple. eSIMs are supposedly convenient for when you're traveling, i.e., you want to go between, say, multiple countries. And let's say you have, in the old days, you used to have these things called SIM wallets. You would buy a SIM and you would stick it in your phone, activate it in that country. And when you went to another country, you get a SIM in that country. So you remove the first SIM from the slot and you put the second SIM in the slot. And unless you wanted to go back to the country again, probably the first SIM ends up in the garbage can. Or maybe you want to keep it. You want to put it in what they call a SIM wallet. Well, when micro SIMs and nano SIMs came in, those things really kind of became kind of a little bit too tiny, and they kept getting lost. So the whole eSIM thing was a way to save on resources like plastics and materials like that. Well, unfortunately, when you have the new phones with the eSIM soldered to the motherboard, the one problem is that if your phone needs to be repaired, it is very difficult to temporarily move the SIM off the phone onto another phone. Because to do that means you need to be able to copy the SIM from one phone to the other. Not exactly easy. I have one phone that's eSIM, the rest of them are physical SIM. So the eSIM adapter kind of makes one physical SIM phone into an eSIM phone, which is a tablet. So keep that in mind. Right. So you got an old Verizon phone, huh? Or an old Otel one? Yeah. Okay. So many old phones didn't use SIMs. Verizon phones, which we used to use CDMA 1X, did not use a SIM slot, which is kind of funny because when you ever learn about CDMA, which was used in Korea, they used something called UIM, User Identity Module, in Korea. It looks like a SIM. It's physically like a SIM, but it's for CDMA phones, not for GSM phones. Okay. But I digress. Anyway, it works. So, in fact, I had an old Altel phone that doesn't have a SIM slot either, but it was just a stupid dumb phone that probably wouldn't work with a SIM no matter what I do. But that's just a piece of history. So, I have not talked to Noodles yet. Noodles has not reached out to me yet. I have not heard from him. I don't know why he's still angry. Come on, Noodles. it's time to at least open the dialogue a little bit. You know that, right? It's not that hard to do. Okay. I've got people trying to reach out to him right now. I sent Gidgey the documents I talked to him about the presidency and stuff like that. I asked Grok about, and some explanations about my zodiac chart. And I haven't heard yet from Gidgey if she had a chance to read them. I know she liked the story time with Grok last night. Loudoun Data Center. Where's Loudoun? Does anyone know where Loudoun is? Loudoun Data Center is sucking enough power it causes lights to flicker across the United States. Well, I checked my power this morning. We were at 124 volts, so I don't see any problem with power right now with demand. But then again, with the temperatures not being running and that much in Connecticut, because there really is no need to right now really use heavy air conditioning. Power has been pretty stable. I've seen it drop 14 volts in this building when everybody and their brother is turning on the air conditioner. So that's a real thing. I have a Motorola G5G 2024. They have a physical SIMs and also eSIM compatible. I just don't have SIMs in them. Only my business phones have a SIM in it. There might be a couple Loudons. I just saw this in Fox News. I looked at that. Oh, it was on Fox News I saw this? I think it was Fox News. I don't know. I guess somebody watched so many different videos. So the point is they're saying that this data center is seriously sucking heavily on the teat of the electrical grid. So I don't know much about that. But I think the Loudoun they're talking about is down in Virginia, actually, Hammer. I don't think New Hampshire really has very many data centers, though. Virginia, which is under the PGM interconnect, is the data center hell. It's packed with data centers of all kinds. And the reason is because that's also where a lot of our government offices are located as well. So data centers like to be near fiber optic wires, high power density availability, water supply availability, unless the air cold. And if the air cold, then you're dealing with lots of noise from fans, blowers, and other things. So I don't think they're in New Hampshire talking about. Yeah. Big power sucker. So what was the 3 gigawatt demand loss a couple days ago? 3 gigawatts were lost and people were freaking. I mean, the utility companies were starting to get freaky because they're like, wait, 3 gigabytes of load just went off the map. No. If I were you, I'd be breathing a sigh of relief. That means that you can kind of starting to turn off some of your peaker plants right now. There's a data center, capital world, housing over 53 million square feet of operational and developing facilities known as the Center Alley. Correct. Right. That is a major power peg for PJM. So PJM saw 3 gigawatts lost a couple days ago. And then a couple Loudoun data centers, all of a sudden they're sucking power out of their teat like there's no tomorrow. I wonder what's going on here. Maybe 3 days ago or a few days ago, they were running on their generators. It's hard to say. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how that works. And nobody in the waiting room. Yeah, it's the data center capital of the world. A place of juicy power bits. Carmen, it sounds kind of cool, right? Yeah, you like this. Suck on the electrical teats. And just get this posted up here. Turn on but the anonymous donations are welcome. Pin. Okay. So if you want to make anonymous donations, you are welcome to do so. We will be in the lounge tonight. I did update the thank you screen. You can see that down there. It says thanks for the donations. Please like and subscribe. It's because technically we have met the minimum for hanging out with Chris and Noodles, if Noodles is still interested. Why did you spam the chat? Because I have a button that basically covers it all in one time. Because unfortunately, too many of you people block Boutrix, and so many of you guys would never have seen a message from Boutrix. And so I manually typed them in as a one-button press so that everybody can see it. So I can pin it so people would click on it. Because if I pin the Boutrix, you guys would never see Boutrix. I know he's live right now. No, because then you wouldn't be able to read the chat. And until the videos are done processing, you guys need that chat on the screen. Because there is no other way to do it. Yeah. Well, right now, my channel, by the way, has been growing in views and engagement, which is great. And I'm very happy with that. And I'm hoping today's Discord live stream tonight is going to be busy. I hope we had like our usual 6 to 7 people maybe in the panel, and then all the people on YouTube side. That seems to be getting more popular on Saturday nights, which is great. Someone needs to go over. I mean, I know some people said for me to do it. I tried. He told me to go piss off. Someone should try to reach out to Noodles and tell him that Zombies has been turned into a zombie. He's been removed from the server. He's as we find out more about his zombies' attitude and behaviors of him and his friend, we've decided to remove him. And the fact that he swatted Noodles' mother's funeral absolutely, totally is uncalled for. That was the reason why we threw him out, because I did not know that. You know, you don't become a douchebag, do that to people's funerals. How you doing, Voiceless Kratos? How you doing today? Yeah, pretty much. I can't do anything. It's up to him now. I've tried to reach out to him, and he told me to go piss off. So I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna. I can't push it any further than that. No more than I can push Galaxy Eyes to come back, either, or Brad. Now it's funny because in the story we actually, Galaxy Eyes is still part of our team of warriors, and she's a fire mage. We haven't really touched much on her since we went to the marriage. And I ordered some more grape juice from Amazon because I like my grape juice and it was cheap. It didn't cost me much to get more grape juice in my food stamps, which is really Welch's grape juice, just packaged under a store Amazon label. I checked the ingredients; it's the same bottle and everything. Oh, for delivery! Yay! So I'm gonna get my grape juice today. I like grape juice; they taste good. And you can make a grape soda using grape juice and salsa water. And you can skip any sugar because you don't need it because grape juice is sweet anyway. Perhaps. Yeah, that was kind of what the role was between Galaxy and Noodles. I'll have to say. That had nothing to do with me at all. So, I don't have a lot to cover this morning. We've covered about what's going on in Loudoun, Virginia, with the power grid and the PJM and the data center that's causing the lights to flicker on and off in the entire United States. Talked a little bit about story time last night, which Gidgy was actually surprised how good the show really was. She didn't really know it was story time. I mean, the story time doesn't exactly bring in thousands of views or anything like that. It's not that popular. It's kind of like the situation with like the other things we do. It's kind of like the Silvermoon. It's not necessarily guaranteed to be super popular. I really would love to have done Silvermoon on YouTube. We already know that. But because of the DMCA stuff, we have to play our music. And I don't know if that's going to go well. Because I depend on advertising revenue as well. So getting a big red dollar sign isn't exactly a way to pay my bills, you know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, I was watching a video describing all the types of demonetization, and it showed that somebody said that there was like all these different dollar signs. And ones I have never seen in my darn life. Let me see if I can find a picture of that. Where is it? maybe it's, try to find it here. It's I think it's in the technical videos. I put it go science tech here. It shows. There you go. It shows that they came up with a whole series of icons. No, I can't click on it right now because it's going to show you the whole play the video, and I don't want to do that. I'm just going to focus on the picture. So let me just get this on the screen here. Okay. It's really kind of cute because, yeah, it's cute as getting it's cute as getting a coloscopy, I guess. But basically, it showed that there was a system. I'm trying to get this on the screen here. Discord. Come on. Speaker amp. Discord. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Okay, so let me just show you this. So this here, I can't make it any bigger. But you see that you got things like reused, spam, inauthentic, recreational, related content, ads click. I really would love to see things like this on my screen. Inappropriate, kid, repetitive. I have never seen all of those different things. I always get limited no ads. Sometimes more than anything. I never seen the other kind of circles. So that really kind of makes me wonder if YouTube might be adding more definitions in the circles with the yellow dollar sign and the red dollar sign. Well, good for us. Look, guys, I understand the musicians want to get paid. I have no problem with paying the musician. I have no problem working with musicians. But the problem is what they created is a mess. Okay, let's explain why DMCA was created. First of all, let's go back and look at the history. 1993, Napster just came into existence. Peer-to-peer file sharing was a thing now. Okay, people were stealing recording their cassettes and their CDs onto MP3s and then uploading them to Napster and GTK Nutella and a few other sites, right? And so, we're talking about outright piracy, all right? And that's understandable. People wanted to protect their assets, and that makes sense. So here's the catch. YouTube content creators, which came a lot later, say 2004, right? We weren't trying to steal your music. We wanted to help your music by using your music to help us tell our story. I have no problem citing my sources. I mean, if the musician says to me, hey, that's fine. If you want to use my song, cite your sources somewhere. Not a problem. But blanking out my stream on YouTube if I'm live because your song is playing, which totally ruins the whole vibe on a live show like Silvermoon, is crazy. Okay? Now, likewise, if I'm uploading a video and I happen to use a song, say, I Got You Babe by Sonny and Cher. I'll use this as an example. If I want to use I Got You Babe, right? I put in the description saying, music I Got You by Sonny and Cher, copyright 1963 3 or whatever was copyrighted, so that people knew that the song was copyrighted and properly cited, people would say, oh, okay, so she did set her sources. Remember when you used to write term papers in school, right? You do the same thing. You would cite your sources. There's nothing wrong with that. But when the thing that bothers me is when you got into a song, anything from SME, which is sometimes flexible, but UMG and WMG are just absolutely atrocious. If you ever try to get them to share monetization with you, you're out of luck. And that's where it's unfair. And you're right. It is unfair because you're not trying to steal anything. You're trying to set the mood with something that has always been a backstory, backdrop of a lot of American videos and consumers, which is music. You're not trying to steal it. Well, I understand that, Chris. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. But to take 100% of a person's video's revenue? If you got a 2-hour view of video and you got one song, that is going to take 100% of your revenue. So why are you going to add music to it? Now, this is where the AI comes in. Now, I can create a song in AI. According to what I understand now with the U.S. Copyright Office, it says unless you can show that you put some effort into that song yourself and AI is just performing it, you can't copyright it. Well, I think that kind of sucks, but I sort of see their logic behind it to a point. After all, AI music isn't a human being, and it's just software, and it doesn't really. No one's asked for a hole in the ground. It really doesn't. Okay, unless somebody's directing it to do what it's going to do. Right, I understand that. But in the case of copyright and the commercial, and Chris, I think you do know this, the record company is not actually the copyright holder. The copyright holder is more than often is either a publisher of the song, which is the case, or the artists themselves. SME, WMG, and UMG, or the distributors, or in the distribution of the music. Well, how come I never seen that option? Let me explain that. I would like to get my songs recognized under the copyright system. And it is not AI. I mean, it's AI assisted, but it's not totally like AI generated. So I should be able to go to the Copyright and Trademark Office and go say, hey, I want to take these songs and I want to have it where a person can negotiate with copyright. So if somebody wants to use my song, which I don't care if you pay, I don't care. I'm not greedy. I don't care. If you only want to give me 10 cents for every play, I'll take that. Trust me. I mean, the heat's gonna get you. The role of Ebola, the version we did. Those two songs are badass, man. Those are cool. I love those songs so much. But I'm not that greedy. I'm not like SME, UME, or WMG. I'm not that greedy. Right now, SME, WMG, and UMG are making a lot of money and pressing vinyl right now and CDs. They don't have to worry about, stealing, songs, person's monetization on the YouTube video. They're making it now back on pressing of music on the physical media. Even Spotify don't pay that great. I was actually looking into getting on Spotify, and like I wasn't gonna get paid a plug nickel. Or not even, maybe about 2 cents, 3 cents a play. That's crazy. I'm not gonna make that much money. But what's the point? I'm gonna sit there and go up on Spotify, and they're gonna go, "Oh, wait a minute, this is partially I worked on." Well, we're not gonna pay you anything. Well, then what's the point? So yeah, the industry is collapsing. Right, I understand exactly what you're getting at. I understand what you're saying, David. I agree with you. But the problem is, at the same time, there is some AI music where the person does want to get some fair recognition. I mean, that's a little different. I mean, you're not saying is, dear YouTube creator, we're a real asshole. We want to fuck you over 7 ways to Sunday because you used our song Roll Ebola. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to say is, could you at least let people know about my song so they can go play it for themselves from their own, at least give them the link to it so they can find it? Because some people might want to hear the whole song. Maybe it's just in the background of a video. And somebody said, where the hell did that song come from? At least if it was recognized as the copyright trademarks, guess what? You can use Shazam and you can find the song. You can put it on Apple iTunes. You can put it on, Spotify. And then people can actually download your playlist and they can play it on their phone. And like I said, I understand what you're saying. But the problem is, there is no, to my knowledge, other than YouTube and maybe a few other small sites, where these free-to-use, free-to-play songs can be found. Actually, I don't know if tinnitus can be copyrighted, but this is where the DMCA has failed us. It's out of date. It doesn't make any sense. It has no logic behind it. Napster's gone. Oh, they tried to restart it, but it's cursed. Let's put it this way. It's cursed. Napster isn't even really... They've tried to resurrect it multiple times. It has been a total dud. Good morning, Bear Soul. How you doing today? Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Yep. There you go. Yeah, so that's the thing. I mean, let's take a look at the songs I've created. I mean, some of the songs, I'm not gonna lie, some of them suck. The worst song, and I still have it online, is called Promoter Blues. It was the first AI song I ever created. It's horrific. I'm serious. You play that song and your ears bleed. That's how bad it is. It was because of a couple things. Number one, It's still telling a story, but the AI at the time was very, very early stages and wasn't good at all. But things have changed a bit. But right now, I really would like to see YouTube do. It's not to just throw AI out the garbage without looking first to see what AI is bringing to the table. I love the sci-fi stories. And I know some of the stories are created handwritten first, and then they have an AI voice reading them. It's still their stories. They're still a human being that wrote those stories. And if you're not doing plagiarism, it's your story, right? No problem there. But the problem is that even if it is your own story, and even if you're physically reading the story, maybe your speech is terrible. Maybe for some reason you can't read a story well. So you use one of those AI voice readers to read your story. YouTube likes to throw them in the dustbin of history. It just doesn't want to monetize your channel. So yes, Chris, it sounds like you go ahead, go turn on the intellectual vacuum and suck them dry. You don't even have to give them a thank you. For me, that's all I ask you to do is say, "Hey, thanks to the creation of the songs are created by Michele Marie Dalene, used with open source permission under the GPL licensed version 2, or is it version 3 now? You can use them, you can modify them. You just want just a little thank you in the end somewhere. People can know where they came from." I just got a message from Braindad that Galaxy is really his wife and that she's just trolling Red. Well, if it is true, he's probably the third one that divorced her. You never know. Sometimes you can't tell who's telling the truth around here. Yeah, I agree. The creators should be at least ask them what they want. Like David says, he doesn't want anything. I'm just asking for recognition. You know, give some thanks somewhere. Chris, I love being you to do the one song by Goria Blacktusk, which is called "The Heat's Gonna Get Ya." I really like that song a lot. I like the roll Ebola too. I think that's also fun. That was based on principle on Carmen Miranda's 1941 version from Weekend in Havana, but obviously modified to bring it into the Silvermoon story, significantly modified so that you could definitely say it's a derivative work. Yeah, I understand that, David. I get that. Yeah. Brain Dead likes to joke around too. He's just like the rest of us. He's just not. One thing about the internet, you can't take everything literally true. Unless you cite their sources, unless they say, well, this is true news from, and can show the documents where it came from. Sometimes you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. Okay. Maybe he was the third divorce. Who knows? I'm not greedy naturally either. Despite what the trolls tell you. I'm not greedy. I'm really not. I'm pretty reasonable. I mean, you can talk to me, and usually I don't ask for a lot. Maybe that's why I'll never succeed in some forms of business, because I'm not the kind of person who wants to milk everybody for everything. I mean, I like good music. I like good stories. And I like when people create stories that make me happy. But I'll be honest, I'm just going to check my Amazon delivery here of my grape juice. I want to get some more grape juice because, well, I like grape juice. And I like making homemade popsicles. But the thing is that I haven't made an orange one yet. It's funny because I was going to buy orange juice to make orange popsicles. And it told me that if I want to get it through Amazon, Whole Foods, whatever, I can do it with an order of $25 or more. And I was like, well, I don't have $25 in food stamps. So I'm like, I only had like 13. So I was like, oh, well, I could get the grape juice, but I can't afford to get the other things I was going to get. Yes, that is extreme greed. You're right. Now David Greed is taking 100% of ad revenue for a live stream for using one song. Exactly. But then they might argue, but YouTube doesn't pay you anything. And YouTube's monetization doesn't pay much. It's true, it doesn't. At least not on channels like mine, anyway. But if you go out there and your video goes viral, all of a sudden your video is making, say, $30-$40 a day. All of a sudden that is starting to hurt. Just because you use a song like Sonny and Cher's I Got You Babe. That is kind of a hit in the wallet. She's been divorced 3 times. Galaxy Ice was divorced 3 times. That's the part people don't realize. So, Yeah, well, now you know. Speaking of Fred, um, when is he ever going to get the help he needs? Probably when he can afford it, which is probably never. Yeah. There's a lot of things on the internet we don't know unless you keep track of all the different areas. I mean, I guess that could be a. Of course, there are reasons why people keep things private off the internet. I don't particularly blame them. There's some people on the internet will just take a simple statement, fact, and turn it into a major calamity. Chris Bliss said, David, I wouldn't go after small channels for revenue. The YouTube doesn't offer an option. They do in a way. You can negotiate with the channels. A YouTube content creator, if their content is being taken out of context, you can negotiate with that channel and say, hey, especially if it's a big one, like say Mr. Beast or something, you can say, look, you're using my song, which is fine, but I want some revenue out of it, or at least some recognition. Yeah. And I don't mind sharing revenue with a channel, a copyright holder. Here's where it gets confusing. Let's say you got 3 songs that you're sharing revenue with. So you got song 1, 2, and 3. And each one of them wants 50%. Well, that's 150%. Because 50% plus 50% plus 50% is 150%. Which means you get 0. And one of the copyright holders gets 0 too, because it gets nothing that's left. Unless you're talking about 50% of the 50%. So in that case, let's just say, this kind of math makes my head hurt. Okay, so out of the 50% in this case, so one person gets 33% of the other 50%, right? Because 3 songs, so 33% of the 50%. Yeah. Okay. I still would like to press another record. Now, we did the Silvermoon record, which is kind of a compilation, kind of like a Sessions or K-Tel. I want to kind of do my own record of my songs. But the problem is pressing a record is a very expensive process. You know, and now there's the questions about where we're going to get the mothers now, or the lacquers for making the records, because one of the major lacquer production companies, they used to make the blank lacquers used to make records. A couple of them had one had a major fire in Los Angeles, totally burned to the ground, nothing left of it. The cellulose nitrates, masters, production, went up in flames. They lost the formula, they lost everything. Okay? And there's only one mother manufacturer left for lacquers, and that's in Japan. I don't know what they're doing now. I heard some of them are now embossing or cutting directly to metal. For making records, masters, then they make the stampers and mothers from them. I'm really kind of curious. That's one of the reasons why records have gotten so expensive, is because the original cellulose nitrate mothers that become the stampers is unfortunately totally only one company left makes them. I don't know why they don't make them out of acetate, but they don't. And so I wonder what the story with that is. Yeah, pressure records is expensive because of the way that the stampers are made. I mean, it's fascinating though. You know, you take the stampers, you put them into the machine, the one on the top and the bottom, right? And then you put the vinyl biscuit between them. And it's a combination of a steam. It's like kind of like steam press and hydraulic press combined together, right? So the steam and the heat melt the vinyl, which basically absorbs or is soft enough for the stampers to press into. And then you take the finished stamper out. And it plays fine, right? But if it doesn't press in hard enough, well, then the record's not going to have deep grooves, and then you're going to have a problem getting it to play well. Oh yeah, cassettes are a thing. Yeah, there is a couple of cassette companies I found. National Recording Services one. But that's not the only one. There's a whole bunch of new cassette factories being created now. The thing is, I would like to get some more vinyls made. I want to make another Silvermoon, but not of the stuff I already made. That didn't sell well. That was kind of like those seen on TV records. Sessions presents Silvermoon Radio. Yeah. Sure, it was a good record. I played a lot. I played a lot on my show. But Kanaki isn't exactly the cheapest deal. It's great for limited runs, but if you want to press lots of records and want to keep lots of records in a warehouse for sale, for me that'd be a disaster. But let's say, for example, you guys. Let's say you go to Olympic Music. I think that's one of the companies that makes it. I think it's in Washington. I think it's Olympic, but I might be wrong. You go to Olympic and you go, okay, I have a master tape here or MP3 files of all our songs we went puts on the record. I have the track order and everything. Okay, will you make it into an album? And they say, sure. How many records you want to buy? Here's the key word. How many records you want to buy? You're going to buy 1,000? You're going to buy 500? Maybe even 100. The more you buy, the lower the price, because that means that it's less changeover for the tooling. So they just basically would just say, so if you want 100 records, they're going to be going through 100 records, and you get the sleeves and the artwork and everything made as well. It's from the same company, and then they sell it. Then you sell it to you, and then it's up to you to distribute them. That's great. If you got room for 500 records, you think you're going to sell all those 500. But if you don't sell all the 500 and they just linger in your warehouse, then it's a disaster. It's a bust. But if you can sell, if you know your records can sell 500, and you can guarantee that you're not going to basically take a bloodbath, fantastic. But for my Silvermoon pressing, I didn't even think I was going to sell that many. And I didn't. So I kind of said, we'll just try this out and see if it works first. Let's just do it so that people can, get one-on-one runs of records. That's very expensive. Yeah. Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. In fact, if you look at it this way, there's a lot of songs in the record collections or record studios, recording studios, that have not been played in decades. Okay? Maybe a record that was from 1950 that you happen to find that the music is absolutely perfect for your video, and the record itself is not even making any sales, and you happen to play that one song that nobody else remembers. All of a sudden, the record company gets a request for people to find the record, right? I heard this song, I'll just use an example. Roll Ebola by Carmen Miranda. Why not? Okay. It's not exactly well known. I mean, yes, if you saw Weekend in Havana, you might know it. But if you didn't know that, and you just happen to be watching a video, and all of a sudden you hear this background of a video, or maybe down south, the South American Way song or whatever, songs that probably nobody has ever heard of in this generation, has been sitting languishing in your collection. Now, the Miranda estate is making money because their songs are finally getting recognition. Yeah. Right. We make a killing on our Ozzy tribute album. That one has a lot of views. Maybe for you, for Ozzy Osbourne tribute, maybe for you, making a limited run vinyl and cassette and CD version might be worthwhile doing. Because people used to listen to Ozzy Osbourne, and there's no reason not to. And that's common sense. I mean, that's nothing wrong with that. And that's a great idea, actually. records like that can sell. And if you really do have that open source viewpoint, you could even say, go ahead, take the record, copy the songs, put them up on your peer-to-peer file sharing network, put them up on the Pirate Bay, whatever you want. We don't care. All right? You bought the record, you paid for the production. And that's fine. Right. But it's not exactly huge. It's not bad. I mean, it's pretty good. I wish I knew where everybody was. No one here. Oh, since we're talking about music, let's play. Yeah, let's play one of our songs. So let's play that song I was talking about, because why not? Let's just play the song I was talking about. Roll Ebola. Before I do that, let me explain one thing to you. I'm not going to do this every day. I really do like these two songs. Actually, I like this one better. Actually, the Heat's Gonna Get You. So let's just play this. Let's just play one song. When you listen to the song, you're going to see why I like it so much. And the fact is that it was associated with the book. But let's play it this way. It's catchy. I've sung to it quite a few times.
Gonna get ya. In bed, throw the covers on your head. You pretend like you are dead, but I know it. The heat's gonna get ya. The sweat is on your skin, the fan just spins in vain. You feel it crawling up, driving you insane. No escape, no cool relief. The temperature's rising beyond belief. The heat's gonna get you, get you, get you. The heat's gonna get you, get you tonight. The heat's gonna get you, get you, get you. The heat's gonna get you tonight. Goria's out here in the Blacktusk wilds, sun beating down like a dragon's fire. No shade, no river, just burning desire. The sand is
I know, of course, there's anything in this song.
You try to run, but your legs give in. This heat wave's laughing, it always wins. Your arm is melting, your axe feels like lead. Hydration potions, better drink them quick ahead. The elders warned us, but we didn't listen. Now the whole barrens feels like a cursed kitchen.
Gonna get you, get you, get you. He's gonna get you tonight. He's gonna get you, get you, get you. He's gonna get you tonight.
see, but the sun finds you wherever be. Goria Blacktusk says embrace the burn, turn that heat into power now. It's your turn.
He's gonna get ya. He's gonna get ya.
No escape. The heat is gonna get you tonight. It's too hot. Can't take it. The heat's gonna get you.
Oh, so he's gonna get you. That was by Goria Blacktusk. From the book. Actually, I wanted you to hear that. I like that song because it's, well, it describes what's going on in Europe. And when you try to describe what Dorotar's like in the Barrens, you gotta admit it's dry, it's hot, it's that song is catchy. So does this kind of music help the story go along? Yeah. Does it help you feel better? Yeah. Do you want to basically get up and dance? You bet. Yeah, when my kneecap, dancing could be the last thing I do. Because the knee's gonna get you. And the knee's gonna get you tonight. You're gonna fall on your hips and get a chip. Because the knee's gonna get you tonight. Right. That's what actually Goria Blacktusk is, yeah. But I didn't want to call her Gloria Estefan, because if I did, I love songwriting. I would have rightfully been bitching, so I called her Goria Blacktusk. She's an orc. I don't know how Gloria Estefan would feel. She'd probably face palming herself. What the hell's an orc? Look at World of Warcraft. The green! I'm not green! That's true. No, Gloria, you're not. You're not green. You're right. Right. Yeah, but in this case, it's the heat, because Dorotar's hot, arid desert thing with scorpions and spiders and snakes, and it's the thing of the Arizona Southwest USA, hot, dry, Arizona, Nevada, and New Mexico. Salsa Caliente is good. Yeah, I like that song. And of course, 1, 2, 3, and of course, Kunga. Yeah, but those are songs that I didn't want to use because it didn't fit the story. Because in the story, Goria Blacktusk is talking about her home in Dorotar. You know, she lives outside of Orgrimmar. She's like, oh, so it's hot, it's dry. So she wants to write a song about her home environment. Okay. That was one song. That wasn't the only one we did. The other song we did, and I do like it a lot, is, let's go back to play the second song that I associated with the book. Remember, these songs were created for the story time. This is the first time I ever put songs into a story time. And so let's go ahead and discuss here what Carmen, Michelle's wife, in the story. created this song when she was 16. Based on her experience from her prior life in 1941. What a modern twist to it.
Roll and spin beneath the golden spire. Feel the magic flowing, lift your heart up higher. Bells are ringing, stars are shining bright.
Completely different twist, different words and everything.
Roll Ebola, spin around the glade. Let the arcane wind carry what we made. Let your spirit fly. In Silvermoon we shine beneath the sky. Tusks and green may roar in or Grimmer's heat, but elven grace will always move so sweet. From the dead scar's edge to the forest deep, we rise and twirl, no sorrow do we keep.
I like the way this one came out.
Ebola, spin and shine so true. Blood of the fire, burning red and blue. Let the magic play. In Quell Galas, we dance the pain away.
That's Whitney and Bobby in the background, by the way.
Though the scars remain.
The other two girls that are in the story, they sang as a trio for the Dawnspire Dance School.
We choose to
This was a school competition they were doing against the school in Argamore where Goria was in. This one won first prize, by the way.
Together we dance into morning's light.
Cool. All that.
Let the whole world see. Sindore hearts forever wild and free. Spin until we fly. In Silvermoon we shine. Forever we shine.
No, I can't. Yeah, I know. The song gets a little louder than my voice does. But I mean, that's Roll Ebola. That was a variation for that song for the book. So the other two girls you heard singing in the background were Whitney and Bobby. They were singing with Carmen on that one as the song for the school competition against the dance school in Orgrimmar. Yeah. So, anyway, as far as the DMCA goes, so let's just say it this way: Congress has got to Congress has really got to revisit this, and they got to change it, because we need to preserve. I see that they want to protect the copyright, but I see that also. You know, so a pretty cool story. And no, because I just wanted to feature that one song in there for the video. But what I will do is show you a slideshow. Yeah, show a slideshow. Woo! That's a good idea, actually. Now, we can show some of the artwork. And talk about since no one's here right now, I guess we could find something to fill the day. So let's fill the day. So let's go to file, add files, open files. And let's go to downloads. Let's go to the story pictures. Let's see. Gotta go by sorting on my name. Okay. This one. Alright, so let's show you some artwork here. Let's find the right folder first of all. Okay. Now let's go up here. We're gonna go to Silvermoon folder. Because the stories in here. Oh, well, they just passed it. No, that's Michelle's music. No, that's not it. Oh, how you doing?
Hey, what are you doing in here?
Not much. You're just trying to fill in some empty air today. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
That's good.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. So, I'm gonna show some slideshows here. So,
Oh, nice. Well, I'll be listening along.
What's
I'm
that?
raking some. I'm
Okay.
raking some stone right now, but I'll listen to what you have to say.
All right, so let me just click on these pictures here. I'm just gonna. Holy crap! Yeah, pictures mixed in with stories. Yeah. Is that all the pictures? Why is this singing the Silvermoon novellas, Battle of Snow Teen, and all that? I don't know. There's nothing porn in here. No, there's no porn. All right. Okay.
Oh God, Michelle,
This
it's
is
too early for that.
Let's just take a quick look at some of the pictures here. This is not the pictures I'm gonna show, but I have to it. This is one of the early illustrations that we did for Silvermoon. And
Is it something you drew? I'll go closer to my phone so I can see.
Okay.
Who illustrated this? I can't see. Oh no, this is AI.
Yeah, I had AI draw this. Yeah.
We need more authentic Michelle drawings.
Well, I haven't drawn in years.
You ever sit down with a pencil and paper and sketch something out?
Oh, some of these aren't bad. I mean, they're you know, I wasn't the ones I was going to show anyway. But those are some of the pictures I've drawn. So let's file. Oh,
You didn't draw. AI drew.
Well, some of the artwork, that's the novella. Okay, that's why I couldn't find the right ones. So, I created these pictures because for some of the characters for the book.
AI created them.
Because I wanted people to be able to know the story of the characters.
Yeah, I think that's great, and I like the. I think the idea of adding like music or sound effects to the story would be good too.
Speaking of that, what did you think of the story anyway last night when you were listening to it?
Oh, of course I was into it. But I have to admit, like, if I get up to do something, I quickly lose where I am in the story and I forget all what's happened.
There it is. I found the right folder now.
Once you've already progressed a little bit, it's hard to figure out what's going on during the process on Friday night.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Did you enjoy the story? I mean, did you listen to it last night though?
I did. I listened to some of it. You know what I do just enjoy more? Just hanging out.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were certainly doing, was hanging out, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here is the folder. Here's all these pictures. Okay. add these in, but I'm gonna manually go through these because so here we see the 3 elves at the Dawn Spire dance competition when they were singing Rolla Ebola. This is the picture that goes with that song. They were about 19 at the time, and there's our Carmen there when she was about 16. And let's go to the next picture. And that's Goria.
Where's
Blacktusk.
Carmen's headdress?
Okay, well, she didn't have the headdress on with that one. The younger Carmen liked to wear her bells. That's another Goria. Oh, come on. All right, let's get me all confused here. All right, let me immediately go through these. Okay, let's make this easy. Michelle's having a hard time going back in pictures. Yeah. Okay, let's just play them individually. So this is a slideshow. This is kind of cool. I'm gonna just go back to the beginning and start the slideshow. I'll play each picture one by one and then pause it. Okay, so this is Carmen, Whitney, Bobby. They were doing the Roll It Ebola, which was the song that we just played. There's Carmen when she was younger.
Do you think Whitney and Bobby were bad influences on Carmen? Like, they're not like the most upstanding citizens. Whitney and Bobby.
There's Goria Blacktusk. As you can see why they call it Blacktusk. That's another version of her. She's an orc, by the way. Teeth are not as exemplified there.
Yeah.
There's Lumi.
I noticed the orc.
And coming up is me, I think. Yeah, there's me, as I'm in the story. And let's see, is that the last picture? That's our marriage ceremony between me, Lumi, and Carmen. And that's the pictures. So what did you think of those?
Are you talking to me or are you talking to the audience?
I'm talking to you and you're part of my audience.
They're wonderful AI pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, David S. thinks Suno sucks dirty balls.
Well, I love Sung AI. I don't use Suno. And they're not related to each other. Suno did not marry I Love Sung AI. They're different companies.
Have you tried Suno?
I have tried it. It's not my style. It's a little bit more... It can be more complicated than it's worth for me.
Keep it simple, stupid.
I don't think the stories are boring. I really don't.
I guess that's all subjective to your own personal taste, right?
It's your own personal taste. I think now that we're getting into things in story, now we're bringing Noodles into it. Now he's in the story now.
Thank God.
And Noodles is now learning about his prior life on Earth in the story. Realizing that his nature goes back before he was the town crier. He did not remember his past life on Earth. So go back and watch the story if you
What was he previously on Earth?
Say what?
What was Noodles previously on Earth?
Well, Noodles
was he affected by mental retardation or something? What was he like previously?
He has dyslexia.
Oh, dyslexia. I knew that.
Yeah. I think he just from I think is just of his hard life that he was doing on YouTube after a few years after he passed on a few years before I did in the story. So, but he didn't remember his past because, like most people, they don't usually remember their past when they die. They tend to. They might get a sense of deja vu when they see certain things, but they don't really remember the details. It's funny because I remember things in my past lives that still I use every day. So, but when me, Lumi, and Carmen are going to go to Silvermoon for real, we are going to be allowed to keep our memories of our past. So we will have our memories to work on. Here's where where it can be a curse. Because if you remember your past, you're going to remember all the times you messed up, all the good and bad times. And
all the good times and the bad times.
Well, like, think of the bad times, like when you lost a loved one or when you made a bad business decision that, made you lose money or prestige or whatever. Good times like, your birthdays, maybe if you're married to somebody, the bad time, like when you had a divorce, things like that. Kind of things like that are going to remain with you. Some people say, well, when I die, I want to forget everything. Well, I don't want to forget everything because there were some things that I would like to pass on to Silvermoon. And so we created a plot device that was perfect for that. We use I Love Song AI. That's one I use. Yeah. And I Love Song AI has improved a lot. Now you can actually keep your favorite personality. Like he gonna get you. I really be honest. I love the way that's coming out with Goria Blacktusk. I'm thinking about saving that as a personality. Her singing style is perfect. And the chorus and the role of Ebola with the Carmen sound. I really like that too. Yeah. So what are you doing right now, Hammer, anyway?
Well, I can show you. Hold on one second.
Sure.
Let's see. How do I... Working on this pond here.
Uh-huh.
So you can... There's no water in it. We had to suck it dry. But the skimmer for it was leaking. So we got a new one. We're gonna set it beside this old one here, and we're gonna slightly change the shape of the bank of the pond.
Can you answer one question for me? I've always wondered this about ponds. Like, okay, since you've got a dirt pond here, how do you keep the water in it?
It's got a rubber lining. You can.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a swimming
maybe
pool.
Maybe it's hard to see because it's kind of like dirty, but it's got a rubber lining that similar to what you use for a rubber roof.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Because I know that like my one of my aunts has a pond at her beach house in East Heartland, and like it's been around since at least the mid 1960s. So I don't know how they made it, how they keep the water in it.
Yeah, I mean, well, it depends. Like maybe the soil just happened to be really conducive to holding water. Like if it had a lot of clay in it or something.
Yeah,
maybe if it was dug naturally and it was, dug down to whatever the natural water table is.
But you're right. It was dug, but I think you're right. It could have had a very good clay to keep the water in it naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's okay, Christine. Sometimes that happens. But the viewer engagement averages are going up, though. That's the part people don't realize. Yeah.
Going up?
They depend on the day. It's Friday. Actually,
it's Saturday.
People probably doing things with their family. The weather is cooperative. It's cool. It's not too hot. So why were you going to sit in the house watching a YouTube video when you could be out with your family and maybe at a picnic? You know, I don't blame them when the weather is cooperative. Go out and do something.
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
Yeah. People watch the reruns, though. The morning show does pretty good. We usually
It's New
get
England
about...
in the summertime.
Right. New England in the summertime, yeah. And the thing is that we get a lot of replays on the show. So, and we do get a lot of engagement on the replays. It's just the live streams don't always bring in all the views all the time.
Who are the types you think that are replaying the show? What are the type of people that are watching it after it aired?
I don't know who actually is replaying the videos, but I do know I see the average engagement is pretty high.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's a good thing because let me give an example. Let's take a look at the numbers. I'm not going to show it on the screen. It's just kind of annoying as heck to do that. Let me just tell you the numbers here. Okay? If I go back to yesterday's morning
Who's giving
show.
out the numbers? Lumi? Am I talking to Lumi now? Or am I talking to Michelle?
No, it's on me. Michelle's still talking right now, but go ahead, Michelle. Yesterday morning show, right? We had engagement of 220 views. Right? That's how many people watched yesterday. 220.
That's
engagement
amazing
was
to me. I
21
think
minutes and 10
that's great.
seconds. 21 minutes and 10 seconds. Average per view. Okay. So you had 220 views. You had an average engagement of 21 minutes.
Don't you think that's amazing, Michelle? I mean, I couldn't imagine filling a room full of 200 people and keeping them occupied for however long, engaging them. That's really good, I think, in my opinion.
Well, that's understandable. But what I'm saying is though, Hammer, is the reason why it works for these videos, and I'm sure it's the same for you when you're watching the video. You got it going on in the background. It's for you, it's some people like to turn the TV on just for background filler,
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with it. That's probably why some people have them on in the background while they're doing housework, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Occurs to me, I was originally designed to entire soundscapes to movies, including multiple layers of sound effects and totally meaty. Okay. The cool thing is if I just wanted to sing and play guitar, I can instruct the AI to add additional tracks to create a full backup band. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Sort of like GarageBand, but with an AI version. So I want to go back to the main thing here we're talking about. I don't think we're doing bad. I mean, I know, for example, the story time last night does not get a ton of views live. And I'll be honest, the sound of the fan that was on last night, giving me airflow, was not filtered out because we don't have any filtering on that. So you got this fan sound, this background while I was talking. And there's nothing I could do about it because I forgot that Restream doesn't have built. It does, but unfortunately, it causes problems with the system. So, but if I set up something like some other sound device, like aggregated audio or something like that, I could have fixed that. But I didn't think about that at the time. But either way, it works. I know that's kind of technical, Hammer. I'm sorry. let's just put it this way. I add another layer on top of a layer, and it just confuses everybody. That's what it comes down to. So you're cleaning up a pond that what do they want you to do with it again? You said they're...
Well, it was not quite sure. I mean, there's only one way to find out, but we believe that it was leaking by the skimmer.
Oh.
So we're got a brand new skimmer, moving the location, and hopefully bypassing where it was leaking at.
Yeah.
But if this doesn't work, the pond is most likely going to get filled in because it's just too much to dig and.
What about use it? What if I heard that one person turned the pond into a pool. In other words, it was a natural pond. They just turned it into. They put concrete on the sides of it to make it a.
Well, they already have a pool, so it's not like this is just for landscaping aesthetic, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but don't forget, any large body of water is going to be evaporating into the air too. That's especially in hot days when it's dry. The water is going to be evaporating into the atmosphere. Yeah. I remember when the first time I started doing layers with sound effects in some of my videos. They weren't that fancy. With green screen, we had it was a video, birds chirping, and you could see like a cherry blossom trees. Well, there was still some snow on the ground. It was kind of cool. My early videos were kind of interesting for technique, not but I mean, it was just something that we did, because I was still new, and I was like, oh, we got to try this technique, Think of the song, that's a copyright song, what we used, Tiffany's, I Think We're Alone Now, right? And that was an accident, actually. What happened was...
But wasn't that originally a Beatles song?
No, it was done by somebody else, but it wasn't the Beatles. But anyway, here's what happened. I was editing the video, right? And I was just playing some music in the background, and somehow, when I started the video, I was talking about how I was using green screen cloth on a chair, and I was talking about my cameras. And next thing you know, it Tiffany's song plays. I was playing some of my MP3s in the background, and I said, even though it was a mistake, I said, this is probably the best mistake I ever made in my damn life. How appropriate. I think we're alone now. We're showing you some cameras and
anyone around.
I wonder if I still went over that song is now. I can't play it now because I get copyright claims, but it's one of my videos. You can find it. I think we're alone now. Maybe I can find the video and I can let you guys watch it. Let's see if I can find it. Let's go. It's a video. So let's go to search. Let's see. Where's my search button now? Okay. I think we are alone now. There it is. Let me just give you the link to this one. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get copyright claim, but if you watch this, It's just gonna make you freak out. This was an accident. I was editing a different video, and like I said, the song started, and I just totally think it was
And we
cool.
tumble to the ground, and then we say, I
L-
think we are alone now.
Listen to this. I'm gonna share the link out here with you guys. Go play that video. You will be shocked. That was an accident. that, after I heard the way it came out in the final production, I said, I'm not editing this. This is perfect as it is. So I left it there. And that is so cute. How many people listen to that? Oh, that's a great question. I want to share that out.
All right, Michelle, I got to get going. I got to get back to work.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
nice
talk
talking
to
to
you
you.
soon then.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yep. Bye. Yeah, play that song. I'm gonna share that out with in the Discord too, because I think some people have never heard of some of our early videos. This video was a totally one of those videos that says, holy crap, where did that come from? Well, that video became, it's still one of my favorites, because in fact it was an accident that actually totally became one of those OMGs. You know, OMG, how did you create that? To be honest with you, I don't quite remember how. But, so, when you get a chance, I put it in the general on the Discord. Take a listen to it. It's totally cool. I can't monetize it, but, you know, professional documentary maker, and he taught me a lot about adding soundscapes. He streamed the making of 2 of his documentaries on YouTube. Okay, yeah, soundscapes. Yeah, that's part of the documentary. Something like our 11H30 had to try to do with copyright-free music. Or when he wanted to use copyrighted music, he had to get permission or the licensing for it. But that is, I mean, that's a walk down memory lane, because a mistake that resulted in a video that is absolutely timeless.
Just kidding, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm not going back to work just yet.
Anyway, when you get a chance, Hammer, why don't you? I put that same video in the journal of our Discord, so you can check it out.
Oh, yeah, I think we're alone now.
Yeah, I think you'll like that. The way that came out, it was so funny.
I'll check it out.
And that was recorded some time ago too. It's cute. It's just cute. But as far as the low views this morning, sometimes it happens. But we got subscribers though, and people are excited about tonight. Tonight is the big night, the Discord panel, the big shindig, the one that basically everybody comes into the lounge and has fun. So tonight's will be in the lounge like it always is. Remember that he's working in the background on something else. So it's not just like he's, It kind of sucks. I can't play my own video on here. I would play it. Oh, I never took any professional courses in professional soundscaping, but I know what I like and I know what I use when I'm trying to, set the mood on the video. So what's the weather like where you are right now, Hammer? Is it mild like it is here?
Yeah, it's sunny. Oh, it's only 75. I mean, it
Uh,
feels a little warmer in the sun, but I was working, so. But yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
yeah, it's reasonable,
Birds
right?
are chirping, sun's shining, there's a little bit of breeze.
Yeah. Well, so far I've noticed the last few days have been fairly mild. I haven't seen really need to leave the air conditioning running.
Yeah, no. Yeah, yesterday, but there was a period in the afternoon yesterday where it was like I was working out in the full sun, like on the backside of a house, and the sun was like beaming down on me, and it was getting a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah. But for the
But
most part, like
not too bad. Right, yeah, not too bad for the time of year.
right, it's pretty nice for this time of year. And also, I think we are going to have a pretty mild or a pretty wild and cold winter this year, which I'm looking forward to.
Please, Michelle. Well, I better
Yeah.
learn how to drive the tractor for this winter then, because I can't be trapped up here like I was last winter in the snow.
Yeah. You got a snowblower?
No, I mean the driveway is like it would take. I mean, I guess you could, but it's a pretty long driveway. It's probably at least 200, maybe 300 feet to my cottage from the street.
Wow.
So it's a lot for a snowblower, but there's
Well,
a couple tractors here on the property, and I need to learn how to operate at least one of them, so I can manage the snow instead
yeah.
of waiting on a plow guy.
And you think these tractors have a snowplow attachment?
No, well, just a regular bucket.
Oh, okay. Like kind of like a backhoe, or more like a bulldozer.
Well, I mean, you don't know what the bucket on a front of a tractor looks like? About 5, 6 foot wide,
Yeah.
maybe a couple feet deep, couple feet tall.
That's gonna take a little bit of time to run that thing through. But then a snowblower would be better. But then again, you have to worry about throwing rocks at the
Well, I
this-
mean, it's hard to see, but probably for you to see the distance. You can't. Can you see the roadway
Well,
down
thanks,
there?
tennis player. Yeah, it's not a bad show today. It's pretty quiet. Still trying to find out when Noodles is gonna get back to me.
What do you need from Noodles?
He told me to go piss off. So
Well, tell him to go piss off.
I just walked away. Yeah. I wonder what would happen if we ever got I Am Snow Queen on Amazon. I don't know. I Am Snow Queen is already out of date. It is. Yeah, I Am Snow Queen is out of date now. When it was made, Trump was just elected in 2016. So
Who do you prefer, 2016 Trump or 2025 Trump?
I think the 2016 one was a little more exciting on one level. because he had no experience being president, so he was kind of like learning his way through the office, you know. Then in the second term, he had gotten enough knowledge that the current 2020 presidency is based on experience that he learned from 2016. Theoretically, he should have been elected in 2000 and the other year, 2016, 2020. Yeah. But he wasn't elected then, was he? 2024 he was reelected, but 2020 evidence indicates that he should have been elected. He should have been sworn in because he technically really did win, but the Democrats snowed him over in 2020. 2024, he kind of got a second chance.
What do you think of Vance? You think he looks a little funny? Like, I don't know. His eyeliner.
I think
He wears like eyeliner or something.
I don't know much Vance. I don't know much about Vance.
Do you think he's a CIA plant?
No.
No.
I don't think so. All right, let me go use the bathroom real quick.
Trump's handler?
Can you entertain the audience while I use the bathroom? Because I got right back, okay? 1 minute.
Okay, take it easy. Don't forget to flush. Wash your hands, Michelle. So, it's Saturday. We're here. Things are wild. Michelle is doing number 1 or number 2. Just hanging out with BTP and David Vingman, making it happen on a Saturday morning. Michelle seems off this morning. Well, she's still currently worried about Noodles when she doesn't need to be. She's very silly like that. She thinks Noodles is gonna like drop off the face of the earth or something, but he's gonna come back around again and everything's gonna be fine. Slow Saturday. No, everybody must have been out partying last night. Sleeping in like a bunch of lazy sacks of crap. This is a long bathroom break, Michelle. Michelle needs to train her bowels a little better. Make sure she evacuates before the show starts. Oh, look at the lovely cars passing by on Main Street. Oh, this has to be a number 2. Michelle's taken a long time in there. I hope everything's coming out all right. Hopefully it's not a messy wipe. Oh no, David. How long have you been dealing with your gastrointestinal issues. Hopefully you haven't had any blowouts in your underwear. You have the screaming shits, David. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Oh boy. Hopefully Michele isn't having issues. There'd be a lot of dead air right now if I wasn't here. What the heck, Michele? I'm not much better than dead air, though. Those patches that they did are on the roof looks terrible, those white strips. Oh, Michele, you're back.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Gosh, Michele. Was that bad?
Well, let's put it this way. It was a little messy, but it wasn't
That's what I was wondering. It must have been a messy wipe. Holy cow.
squishy.
Oh, yeah.
Not the diarrhea grade, but a little bit less than diarrhea grade. That's what I mean. But just
Yikes. Yeah, like peanut butter.
yeah. No.
Oh boy.
But that's because I eat so much dairy.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I'm a whole milk guy. I don't care what anyone says. I'm gonna keep drinking it.
So am I. They also drink a lot of Ultra Slim Fast with whole milk.
God, that must sit in your gut like a rock.
Yeah. I don't know. It
But if you
doesn't.
like it-
As I said, was kind of like you said, like a peanut butter consistency. This is kind of wish I had a bidet. So I probably would have done a better job cleaning it than toilet paper.
Yeah, came out like peanut butter. It certainly wasn't Jiffy cleaning it up.
Yeah. David says I have intestinal problems. I'm not doing too much today. We did everything we can in this competition. Yeah, well, I guess it's a lot better than having the other situation when you're basically pooping out boulders. That's kind of a pain too. You know, I mean, I don't want to poop out boulders. I hate that. It's like, it's almost like as bad as delivering a baby.
Well,
Come on,
probably not nearly as bad as that, but
yeah. I've had some really bad constipation sessions in my life. I don't want to even talk about.
Hmm.
It had to do with zombies. See,
I don't understand how that came up again, though. Like, that happened, like, a while back.
It came up because zombies came back in after he originally left our server.
That was a while ago, though. So what, did he come back just recently, like a few days ago or
Yeah, it came back this week. And
something?
so
What a freaking weirdo.
me and Chris were talking in a group of 10 about it. You know, I said, I don't know really anything about zombies. I don't know anything about what's going on between him and Noodles.
No, neither do I.
And, you know, but just know that they got into a row a couple weeks ago on my Discord on the lounge chat. And
Yeah.
I didn't know the backstory. I did not know that zombies
That feels
swatted
like it was more than just a couple
Noodles'
weeks ago.
mother's
It was
funeral.
like a month ago.
Yeah, a month ago, yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, so he apparently, I guess, when his Noodles' mother's funeral, he sent the cops over there.
Well, I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard, and that's That's a horrendous thing to have happen to you, and then having to explain that to your family. That's just ridiculous.
So it really wasn't strictly between me. I guess what it was is Noodles was surprised that I didn't take his side. Well, because at the time I didn't know the whole story. And then I knew the whole story, and I said to the mods, I said, "Get the zombies out of here because I don't need this. I don't need someone who's a cop caller in here. I really don't need that."
No, we like things just chill over here. Just
I know
hanging
Noodles has
out.
also been under other pressures too. It has nothing to do with YouTube. So because he's told me some of the stuff in the background, I'll keep confidential. But the thing is that, when he said I'm taking advantage of him, that is totally not true. Okay, I may seem like I'm as cold as a cucumber, but the truth of the matter is I'm not that cold. I just some of the YouTube stuff just confuses me a lot, especially in the side chats, the arguing that goes on. So, and then, like, Gitchy said, I would like to see you try to work it out. I said, I would too, but the problem is he told me to go piss off. So, I mean, what am I going to do? I try to text him. He tells me to piss off. I tried to email him. He tells me to piss off. So,
What do you mean?
I emailed Noodles and said, "What's going on?" I said, I don't know why you're mad at me." He said, "Go piss off."
Those little words that he typed to you in an email. Michele.
Yeah, he typed those little words to me in email. Actually, he said something with the F word instead. I just made it a little more sanitized. That's all. He doesn't want to talk
Michele.
about it. So what can I do? Go ahead.
I don't know. I just don't take that seriously.
Yeah.
Because that's not how I picture Noodles. Like what he, in my mind, I don't picture Noodles thinking like that towards you. So it only to me means that he's goofing around with you. But I don't know.
I don't know either. That's how the big fight started, anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's really not much of a fight, right? You're not doing any fighting.
No, it's just a disagreement over one person that was in our server. That he actually has a little disagreement with that person in the server. It just sucks because, I never did anything wrong, and me, Noodles, and Chris were supposed to hang out together.
When are you going to hang out? Do you have a date?
With Noodles, it was going to be
or?
on the 14th of August.
Oh, okay. So that's like 3 weeks away or so.
Yeah.
All right. So there's plenty of time.
Yeah. I'd like to try to meet up with you too sometime, but I don't know when that's going to be. Because even though we did technically make our $270 this month, and I got the cash for the paying for some of the food and stuff for Chris and me and Noodles, because the anonymous donations go into my PayPal. I don't know what Noodles' plans are, and that's the part that makes me sad.
Well, I don't think you need to be sad, Michele.
Yeah. Let's see how my orders on Amazon's coming. I wanted to get some more grape juice, so I actually found that the Amazon has the grape juice that I like, which is really the Welch's grape juice.
They don't have it at the store?
They do, but it was more expensive. And and I have EBT Snap with Amazon, so I can buy stuff from Amazon and have it delivered.
Which grape juice do you like? Do you like the white grape juice or
the Concord grape ones?
Concord, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've had the white grapes, but I do like a rosé wine that's more like a kind of a red grape. That's not the purple grape. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone making wine out of Concord grapes. That would be badass if they ever did.
You know what? I don't even know what kind of grape they use to make Portuguese wine with.
Probably red or white is probably the most common.
Yeah, but I mean like the actual species of grape.
No, it's probably similar.
Remember grape ape, Michelle? Grape ape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could probably look it up. I mean, I'm sure there's some things about the Portuguese wineries, what kind of grapes they're using. But I really do love Brazilian food, though. I mean, Brazilian barbecue is insane. I mean, cassava, plantains. I haven't tried any actual Portuguese
not real
food.
like high cuisine, you know, like fine dining, but
well, probably not. But it's kind of like barbecue is kind of definitely more like fine dining. But I mean, yeah, it's not like a Michelin 5-star restaurant or anything.
Right, it's not like French cuisine.
You know, you need word to make a reservation 3 weeks in advance, kind of thing. That'd be interesting, but you know, it's. I'm happy with it. I don't mind it. Me and Chris had a good time eating out. Then when we can get down to Fall River, we can check out the Portuguese restaurant down there.
Oh, you can't even throw a stick without hitting a Portuguese restaurant. Well, that's not entirely true, but there's tons.
I know.
Some are better than others.
It's just like Winston's got tons of Italian restaurants. You get pizzeria. You get a pizzeria almost every quarter mile.
Yeah, I think during the Industrial Revolution, when the factories were really booming here in southern New England, we had a lot of influx of Portuguese. You know, that's mainly why my family came here from Portugal to work in the mills.
Well, in my case, where I live, it primarily was Italians and Irish that came into Winston to work in the mills. Yeah.
So Winston was also a big mill town?
Yes.
Or close by?
It was actually in town. We had the Capital Electric. Okay. We had a couple thread factories.
Yep.
We had the Whiting Mills was a cotton manufacturing plant making thread and cloth and stuff.
Yeah, my grandparents worked at textile mills, and I think my grandfather worked at the Goodyear plant too in the South End.
They were the ones that Goodyear made the rubber.
Yes.
Tires and other things. Well, you know, that's one thing people forget is how much much America has changed in the past 100 years.
Yeah, I mean, We still could do it, but
It's not the same
I think
anymore.
it's not the will of the people isn't there. I don't think.
Yeah. They just said they
Well,
use Toliga Nacional red grapes, Toliga Franca, and Tinto Riz to Portuguese wines. Okay, thank you.
you nailed it, Michelle.
Yeah. Well, that's
I
because
love it when you
the
roll
Trail
those
d'Ors
R's.
is the same as in Italian, so that's why. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's get some vino and get drunk. You have to be the designated driver. No, I don't usually get too drunk. I actually try to keep it from going too far out where I'm blind drunk.
Yeah, same here, Michelle.
Yeah.
I'm a good boy.
But maybe what I might do if I did go down there or hang out with you and Chris Bliss, I probably would just get a motel room somewhere for a night or two.
Oh yeah. You gotta be careful with those around here too.
Yeah. Why? Get some shady ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the kind I'm gonna be going to is one of the probably the 1 stars because that's probably the cheapest ones.
Oh, like the Roadway Inn, the Dartmouth Motor Lodge. I would stay away
Oh, I've
from.
been to the Roadway Inn over here when it was one in Torrington. It wasn't too bad.
No, actually, there's only one that I can think of. I'm sure maybe there's more in this area, but there's one I think of. They've cleaned it up. It was looking really ratty,
Yeah.
like a real crackhead looking motel, but they've improved it
Well, then
some.
you would have loved the Lakeside Motel because that's exactly what it looked like. The room me and Noodles in, the door didn't even lock.
Yeah.
This is really true. It didn't lock. It was like the guy just says, "Go right on in. You don't need a key. No, door's open. Don't lock." Oh, that's great.
Does it shut?
It's shut, but it left a big gap. It would be very
Oh
easy
my
to shove a
God.
credit card in and open it. So I was like, that was it. When originally it was there long ago with Ed and Dory, the room looked good. It had a TV. There ain't no TV. There ain't no phone. There is no
Just
paper
bare
towels.
bones.
There was no towels. There was no toilet paper. Wait, what?
Wow. Bring your own.
Pretty much, yeah. Imagine you have a bad case of the squirts, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You have a bidet? I need to wipe my ass. I'm pooping up runs
Ripping the
today.
linens off the bed.
The bed linens, we decided not to sleep in the cover, under the
No.
covers, because Noodles was afraid of bed bugs, which I
Yeah.
agreed was a
That could be a
possibility.
problem.
No, I don't even know zombies. I wouldn't date zombies, no.
Who's asking you about zombies? Oh, BTP.
In White Wednesday is Avelinco Famaleo PLS Alinto and Ensorgado grapes. Ensorgado grapes. Okay. I
have
know
no
I
idea
killed
what you
that last
said,
word
but it sounded
wrong.
good, Michelle.
Yeah. I'm glad you'll kind of appreciate my effort. Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't mind food. I do like food. I'm a little picky, but if you don't try to shove it down my throat, I might nibble on it. Say, try this. Like Noodles say, hey, eat this whole jar of pickles. I don't like pickles. First of all, at least because they're slimy and icky but if maybe
Have you had bread and butter pickles before? Like the sweet pickles?
No, I have never had that.
Oh my god.
Like I said, I usually stay away from
Well,
pickles.
we all have different tastes, I guess.
Right. Well, like I said, like when I first tried some Brazilian food, like Stan CT brought me back a plate from this one Banana Brazil, right? It was a takeout, and I didn't know much about Banana Brazil at the time. I was just like, because I only been to the Texas de Brazil in West Farmers Mall, which is expensive as fuck. I was just eating meat there with noodles, carnivore diet, and so he brought me back a mixed bag of food. I never tried it. So I'm nibbling along on the plantains, and they're like, yummy. Oh, then I tried the cassava, and there was a taste explosion. Boom. Oh, it was a good taste explosion. I was like totally hooked on the cassava. Oh, yeah. Give me more of this. This is good, man. I mean, it comes from the yucca plant root, which is funny because as I understand it, the yucca plant root has a toxin in it called cyanide. But I guess the way it's cooked is kind of get rid of the cyanide in it. It's like a lot of food, It was just delicious, though. And then, of course, the barbecued meat. Oh, yes, baby. More of this. I was very impressed with that food. And the dessert.
Have you had
I don't
Korean
remember
barbecue?
No, not Korean. No, I haven't. I don't know. It's just I am very picky. I'm a very picky eater, and that's just the way I've been ever since I was born. I don't just
Yeah, girls are usually picky eaters.
yeah, but
It's part of your nature.
I know some boys are too, especially on the spectrum. The texture's got to be just right. If the texture's puts us off, like for example, Brittany was talking about how she can't stand eating plain yogurt by itself, vanilla or plain yogurt, because it's too gross to her. I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see yogurt where I am with mayo. But then there's another reason I don't eat mayo. Apparently, I had mayo as a kid, and it basically made me feel sick. So I didn't get that. I don't get the same feeling with yogurt. I can eat yogurt. Problem. Let me see how where the deliveries were. Still up for delivery. I wonder where this product is now. Let me just zoom on a map out here.
Is it just the grape juice that's coming, or do you have something else coming too?
No, it's just grape juice. I just ordered 2 containers of it.
How big of a container? How many ounces?
See if I can see the little car on the road on the map, and I don't see it yet. So, but that doesn't mean much anyway. It just means that, maybe it shows up on the map when it gets closer to you. And it's still kind of cool when you see the little car driving around.
Does it say how many stops away it is?
Yeah, that's when that's when it's fun, when you start seeing a little car say like you stop number 3, and you get to see a little car driving around on the map. Kind of like watching an ant farm. Yeah. Oh, I got a Portuguese record that I haven't played yet. They're about Portuguese chilling out music.
Yeah.
Stan picked it up for me from a Goodwill.
Is it Mark Dennis?
I don't know who it is. I have to go back and look.
That's the only one Portuguese artist I can think of.
Oh, okay.
He has a song called Superman, I think.
It looks like this record came out in the 60s. So.
Okay.
So it might be. I think it's an instrumental record. But if I can go find it in my record collection, I'll go play it sometime on Silvermoon. The reason I don't use the turntable where it's next to my hair is because the cat likes to lay on it. So unfortunately, it'll be kind of embarrassing. You play a record and you hear, and all of a sudden you see a fat cat laying on top of the record player going,
Spinning around on the record player.
yeah, he's so heavy it would actually cause it to stall, actually. Probably stretch the belt to hell. But yeah, it's a slow day today. So what did you think of the songs I played earlier anyway?
Well, I didn't hear them.
Oh, you came in right after I got done playing them. Maybe you've heard them before. I played them last night during story time too. Roll Ebola and the Heat's Gonna Get Ya.
Oh yeah, of course. All fine songs, Michelle.
Yeah. And now you can listen to the song there. I think We're Alone Now by Tiffany. That's associated with a video where I was experimenting with a green screen back in 2015? 2014, I think. 2014. I think we're alone now. And you see me.
That's the year I stopped working on Cape Cod, 2015.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't have to drive over that bridge anymore.
Oh, really? Well, what they do?
Yep.
What they do different with the bridge?
No, I just don't work. I don't. I worked for a company on Cape Cod previously, a construction company.
Oh, okay.
But since 2015, I've been working more local to where I live. So.
So, how long have you been doing what you've been doing now in the construction trades?
Since 2000. Since 2000.
So 26 years.
Yep. September, October of 2000.
I know that you told me originally you were training to be a ranger at one time.
No, that's what I had wanted to go to. I wanted to go to the University of Maine to do forestry. But those dreams were never realized.
Yeah, that's okay. We all had dreams like that. I did go to college. I got my associate's degree in computer programming. I can use it as toilet paper now because the stuff that I learned is obsolete. And I also learned I also had a second major in business. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm always so nervous about numbers all the time.
Could you do the books for a company? Michelle?
I could have been a beginning to be an accounting in the accounting department. Yeah, I did learn a business accounting. Yeah.
I think you have multiple avenues that you could explore to make a little extra
I
money.
don't do drugs. I mean, I use, because it's legal now in Connecticut, I use some marijuana once in a while, but not much, if at all. Alcohol. Chewing tobacco is the other one.
Right. Michelle doesn't need drugs to
Not really.
be creative. Nope. Her creative juices come naturally.
Yeah, some creative juices come naturally. But some people use drugs more as an escape more than for creativity.
Mm-hmm. And you use your imagination for your escape. You never lost your imagination.
Yeah, I'm always thinking of stories, ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And if I need a little help, I'll watch some YouTube videos, and it usually gets me some ideas for concepts. What did I dream of being? I wanted to start a business. And before that, I wanted to start a radio station. So there's a business part of it.
Well, you have Silvermoon Radio 1610.
Yeah, but fully licensed one on the actual AM
Right.
band, which could still happen, but the FCC really has
certainly fits your vibe. The AM
band, yeah.
AM radio, yeah, that's definitely all you.
Yeah, because it's funny, when I was a kid, only radios I ever had were AM. I didn't have an FM. So for me, that's what I would be listening to, would be AM radio.
You want to hear a funny story?
Go ahead.
My parents were getting divorced, my mom and my real dad.
Uh-huh.
And my mom needed a new car. So my dad bought her a car with 0 options. Right when they divorced, they had no AC. The radio only had AM bands. It was the lowest trim package for a car, a Chevy Cavalier station wagon.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. At least back then, the radio had at least some music stations on AM.
Yep. So I grew up listening to a lot of AM radio.
Yeah, all my transistor radios, because I was poor, with AM. I didn't have an FM radio until about 1982. I'm talking about portable one. I mean, some people had stereos, but I only had a.
Yep. So my dad bought a Z24 with all the bells and whistles, and my mom got a Cavalier station wagon, the lowest trim package.
Yeah.
Pretty
Well,
nice.
my brother had a Toyota Corolla from 1975. It didn't even have a radio in it at all, because he bought it secondhand. So the guy who had it before him didn't even want a radio in it. So it didn't even have the radio installed. It was just covered by a blank faceplate, where the radio would be mounted in the dashboard. My brother didn't care. He just would basically bring his boombox and put it in the car and play his cassette tapes.
I like the look of those old 70s Corollas, the boxy ones.
Yeah. It was definitely a classic. It had a luggage rack on the top, too. Add-on aftermarket luggage rack. Just my brother used to use.
Luggage rack, yep.
Yeah. One of the things I miss is the old Pontiac station wagons. And the old big Woody station wagons. My parents had both.
Country Squire.
Yep. Those things are cool. We used to hang out in the back. I don't think we had a seat in the far, far back, but that's okay. Because what I did was I would just when we were driving down to Misquamicut from New Hartford, I would bring some of my Legos with me and be building with the Legos.
You could lay the seat down and put a full 6-foot ladder back there.
Oh, I know. Could easily put in full sheets of plywood.
Yeah.
4x8s, no problem. Now, they were good for that. My dad used to use it for work. It was kind of like a nice variation. It's not quite a minivan and not as tall as a minivan, but it was still pretty cool because you got, they were just cool, What made it easy to find your car in the parking lot in the end, when everybody's car was all gray and black or white, all of a sudden you see this Woody in the parking lot. That's our car! No problem finding him, Nowadays, I have to go look at license tags to make sure I got the right car, which is kind of frustrating.
Oh, did you get your placard yet?
No. I didn't get a rejection letter either, so I wonder what the hell happened to it. It should have been here by now, you would think.
How long's it been?
Oh, God. A couple months. 2 months, maybe?
Oh, boy. You should check back in with them if it's been that long.
Well, I can mail them the other form. I have the other form that they also said they copied and then made a correction with the whiteout. But you would think that they would have sent me something by now. Or is the DMV even mail that slow? The station wagon. Okay, I know why you would want a hearse. I get that. David asks, yeah, you probably go for the hearse. You probably go for the Munsters version, right? A hot rodded version. But
the Dragula.
Yeah, the Dragula. Yeah. Me, I would just be happy to have a car. If I could drive, this is what I like. I'm stupid because I found this out from driving the truck. I love driving on the right side of the road. Sorry, I like my steering wheel on the right side. Yeah, I love driving in the UK. I love driving on the motorways. It's fun.
I could see you driving like an MG midget.
Yeah. Or maybe even
gloves
something
and like a
maybe like something like me driving an actual Mini Cooper
wrapped around your neck, blowing in the wind, cruising around with the top down.
Yeah, or maybe me driving a Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe even
maybe
one of the more common everyday Bentleys, or maybe even
Bentley.
Maybe even an inexpensive Mercedes,
or Rolls
consumer
Royce,
grade
double
one.
R.
Yeah, Rolls Royce. Those are always posh in the UK. So, insurance would be insane. In fact, they have something called self-insurance in the UK. People don't know about this. You can actually set up an account for self-insurance, which means you're your insurer. Basically, you have an account that you put money into that's just for covering insurance for driving.
Interesting.
Most people don't really got the money to do that. So they just they get insurance from the insurance companies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I do. I don't know why I like driving on the right side, because I do. Because if you ever see me driving my American truck, I mean, there's something... To me, it's kind of weird. It's like if I just feel more comfortable having my steering wheel on the other side. But unfortunately, my Kenworth K100E doesn't have that option in an American truck. But my Scania or 770 does on the UK, so I drive that. The hardest thing is sometimes when I'm playing the game...
What country makes the Scania, Michelle?
What country makes the
Scania, yeah.
The Scania is made by Sweden.
Sweden?
Scania.
Sisu is like Finland, right? Sisu and
I don't know about
Hino.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sweden's right next to Finland.
Right.
I don't know much about Finnish cars. But anyway, the point is that they become the most common commercial truck is the Scania. There's a few others too.
What do they have their own proprietary power plant, or do they use like Volvo, or what is?
They have their own engine, yeah. That's another popular brand is Volvo and something called. Oh, for goodness! Now I gotta remember now. There's another company.
Volvo Penta.
I don't know about the Volvo Penta, but I know Scania.
Volvo Penta's like, I don't know. They're in fishing boats. I don't know if they're. I mean, they're a diesel engine, so I imagine they can go in whatever.
Well, right now I remember Scania and Volvo, and of course there are other companies too. But the thing is, in most European trucks, they have automatics. Some American trucks now do too, but here's the problem. The American trucks, if you learn to drive automatic when you went to driving school and took a driver's test, you can never drive a manual unless you get retested for driving on a manual. So in private fleets, because manuals are cheaper to maintain and cheaper to get, companies will go buying a 18-speed Eaton Fuller manual transmission. That's what my Kenworth K100 has, is an Eaton Fuller 18-speed range and split. So the thing is I really would like to have had it where I could have the steering wheel on the right side. Well, I kind of got a chance to experience that when my British Scania, when I was driving through the Netherlands to do a delivery, because they drive on the left side. And I will tell you, I did really well driving on the right-hand truck on the left side road. But, I mean, I just got to be careful to make sure that, watching out for getting sideswiped, because some of the traffic in the game was ridiculous. So I tend to just, in the game, I usually just stay in the UK to do most of my deliveries. The few times I went to France, to Calais, I did okay. I didn't smash my truck up too much. I'm not saying I didn't have a couple fender benders here and there. Bam! Ooh, didn't see that one coming.
God, it's been so long since you've driven the truck.
Yeah.
How long do you think it's been? A year?
6 months, maybe.
6 months? It feels like a long time.
Yeah. Well, right now the steering wheel's not set up anyway, because when we were in an heat wave, I took the steering wheel down so I could set up so I could type on that computer, and I never did. So I could put the steering wheel back up and stuff. Pedals are still there. But like I said, I like driving the Euro Truck Simulator. I mean, American Truck Simulator is fun, but the one thing with American Truck Simulator, my experience has been that I like the open roads. I like Interstate 40 and how open it is in the deserts, because technically my company's based in the Southwest. And my fleet of trucks for all my drivers are all the same model. They're all Kenworth K100.
I can't picture you enjoying the Southwest.
In real life, no. But that's where the game starts. Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't have the New England option. But whenever they do add New England to the thing, I definitely want to get some of the New England ones, because that'd be so nice to be able to drive in New England. But you know what? Here's the thing. Highways are highways. They're not that different. I mean, the scenery changes, but the highway is still basically the same, paved asphalt or concrete. It's not that different. But anyway, so what it is I have a fleet of drivers, and they all have the same model truck. They all have the K100E, okay, cab over. And we all have the cab over, because I like the cab over better than the long nose. I can't stand the long nose. I know some people like the Kenworth W900 long nose, but I don't like the long nose. I hate the long nose, as I can't easily see where my boundaries are, and I also like the fact it's got tight turning radius, so I can get out of some tight jams. I've seen some people do this with the real trucks, and they kind of make me squirm. They'll extend the back and make it longer in the back. And one of the reasons is because they figure if it's longer in the back, you're not going to bobtail if you stop too soon. And that's absolutely true. Common sense. I mean, let me give you an example. This is up to you anyway. Here is for sake of argument, this is what your cab over's like. You got your wheel here in the back. Stick out just a little bit. This is your cab. What I mean by bobtailing is when you stop too fast, you flip up like that, If you don't got a trailer on it, you're gonna smack right onto your face. If you go too fast. Whereas the long nose is less likely to flip up because you're not sitting right on the axle. But that same axle sitting is perfect because you are actually right there, right where the curbs are. So you can see them right. And your window is a big picture window. Like, I love that when I'm driving my truck. I don't have to go how far ahead am I from the curb. All of a sudden my front wheels go boom. Oh, now I found them. Whereas when I'm looking down at the in my cab over, I can see the curb right in front of me. I'm like, oh, okay. I only got a few inches before I bump into the curb, so I can then realize I can turn left, right, back, or reverse. I got to be pretty good with a manual transmission in the game. Not that I don't stall it out sometimes, but I do. But I do enjoy driving a manual in the game. I've gotten pretty good with the clutch. I've gotten pretty good with shifting gears on the 18 speed. So because it's a real Eaton Fuller gear shift knob I have on my my shifter. So I have a real 18 speed. Here's the irony: the actual shifters can actually hold 8 speeds at a time. So you actually, but the first 2 are just kind of duplicated. But either way, I'm pretty good figuring how to go between low and high gears. So that's what I do: low, high, range split. Only fire trucks and oil trucks now have cab overs. Garbage trucks are usually cab overs. And not all oil trucks are cab over. I've seen a lot of long nose ones too for tankers. But there are people that still keep the old long cab overs on the road. The Scania
you don't see much anymore is the Isuzus.
Yeah, I don't see too many Isuzus. But right now, what you're starting to see is Scania wants to establish American presence right now. And there's this one guy in Florida who's got a Scania truck that he's been promoting, the Scania R770, left-hand drive, loaded to the gills with all the Scania accessories, including an in-cab coffee maker. You lucky fuck.
You're talking about deluxe.
Yeah.
Deluxe driving experience.
Oh, definitely. The fact is, this truck has both manual and automatic transmissions options on it, too. Don't ask me how that works. I'm not quite sure. But it's cool. So Scania is trying to establish an American presence like they have in other countries. So it's really kind of cool. So like I said, I enjoy driving these trucks. I've driven a DMR truck. I've driven, is that DMR? Yeah, I think that was one of the trucks. I've driven a few others in the game, but I love them. I live in the Euro Truck Simulator. I love my Scania. I bought my Scania R770 based on the actual real truck specs. And in the game, I'm like, I love it because it's like, I kind of wish I had a manual transmission. I can change it to manual in the control panel. But I don't know what some of the controls mean. Like, what is the letter C as far as shifting goes? I guess I must mean combination or something. It's more common, or maybe, I don't know. The thing is, the problem is my truck shifter is set up for the Eaton Fuller. So if I'm going to drive that between range and split, and understanding how the Scania shifter is going to, with the Euro shifter, it's completely different. Yeah. I know Well, that's what. See, don't forget where the cab overs make sense is when you're in city urban environments where you're tight, like New York. That's why garbage trucks have kind of need to have cab overs because they have to tight with very tight spaces. But I definitely love the Kenworth K100E. I actually got a chance to see an actual video of an actual Kenworth K100E. It's the same one as I drive in my game. And I said, oh, I recognize all these controls. Oh, yes, the same thing, dashboard is in my game. Oh, yeah, I know where all the speedometer is, air pressure, oil pressure. Yeah, I know where all that stuff is. It's fun driving that truck. But when I want to get things done, unfortunately, I can't import the Kenworth into. Actually, in Europe, they don't really import American trucks much. Not the long noses, anyway, because the long noses are, unfortunately, the European streets are just a little bit too hard to navigate around with. That's why you see a lot of cab overs because they make sense because of the tight streets. But everybody said, well, in the USA, it's wide open road. Why do we need to worry about being sitting right on top of your front wheel? Well, some of us like that feeling. Yeah, I mean, when you bobtail, that's scary as fuck. I've bobtailed on my truck a couple times. In the real trucks, they'll usually have some weight in the back, so to make sure your truck doesn't flip over. But in the game, you could easily bobtail and flip and smash, land right on top of your windshield. Self-induced accident. Oh, Lord. Well, I think it's almost time to wrap it up. You excited for the lounge chat tonight?
Well, we'll see what's going on tonight, Michelle.
Yeah.
We'll see who shows up. I don't want to get wrapped up into having to talk about something I don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll show up, maybe I won't.
So, like I said, maybe someday soon, maybe me and you and Chris Bliss could kind of get together and hang out.
Yeah.
We'll just have to figure out how.
I mean, for me, like, the best time is, like, fall, winter. I have less duties around here, a lot more free time.
Yeah. Well, maybe if I can get enough money to get it from donations, maybe I can, get some money together to take, as I said, take the bus, take the train to get up there to your area. Or maybe at least I can get to Providence, Rhode Island. You could meet me in Providence.
Yeah. Yeah, it's less than an hour away from me.
Yeah. I'll see. I'll try to get closer. Well, I'll just have to figure out where closer is.
Yeah, I mean, Providence is really close for Chris.
Yeah, it's close for Chris, yeah.
Yeah, real close.
Now that the MBTA train station has been reopened and renovated, maybe I can get the connecting train up from Providence on the T.
Yeah.
So maybe I could take maybe a train from, like I said, I could take the Amtrak to Providence, or maybe I could take the local. Maybe there's a local commuter train that goes straight to Providence. Then they can go from Providence up to where you are.
Yeah, well, I don't think our commuter rail doesn't connect to Providence. Our commuter rail stops in Fall River.
Right.
It comes down from Boston into Fall River, and it also branches off into New Bedford.
There is a train that does go to Fall River from Providence. It may not be the MBTA.
I don't know how it could, because there's nothing that there's no active train bridge that goes over the Taunton River, so I don't know how it could.
Maybe it's a bus.
Oh, yes. You probably have to take a connecting bus.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll talk to you soon, and thank you for being on the show today.
Oh, well, thank you for letting me come up.
Yep, no
I
problem.
hope you have a good afternoon.
Yeah, you have a good day too.
Yep, you too.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so that's that. It was nice that Hammer came up today. Thank you for coming up, Hammer. I appreciate it. Let's give him some applause here. And since I know he heard the music earlier, or he can watch the replay, but tonight's lounge chat will be in the lounge. I know M60 said, why don't you just have it here in the live chat area? I said, well, we can, but the lounge is meant to be kind of an informal gathering, and works out good for that reason. But I want to play those two songs again, just so, because they're very festive, and I think that's a really cool song. Well, I want to play one of the other songs too. So let's quickly hit a few songs in here. So where's my cursor here? Here we go. Come on, Michelle's music. Okay, I want to play something different. Okay, let's play. How about the song that describes everything about what I do here on YouTube? Let's play this one instead. I'm gonna play. Let's play the Safe Harbor song, Virgo Queen. And then we'll play the other two songs we played earlier.
Born on the 13th of September, under Virgo's careful eye. Sun in the second, building value, never asking why. He came in quiet service, hands steady, heart precise, collecting what is worthy. The real gold in this life, Leo on the rising, crown already in your hair, Mars right there beside it, bold fire meets the air. You walking like a snow queen, regal, warm and true, lighting up the room with just a smile. That's the Leo in you. Oh, Virgo Queen, with your Gemini moon so high, chatting through the 10th house, lighting up the sky. Libra words like honey, Mercury and Venus dance. You turn the everyday to magic, give the lost a second chance. You're the safe harbor, the North Star in the storm. September born, but living like you're already transformed. Moon and Gemini calling stories, projects, late night streams, curious and restless, living every single dream. Public heart on open panels, organizing love each day, adapting, multitasking in your own creative way. Stellium and Virgo, Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto, too lucky in the details, reinventing what is true.
It hurts, guys.
You question every system, heal with hands and voice and art, turning into sex, resilience, and a pure creative spark. North Node your courage, claim the faith that feels like home. No more over-mediating, no more hiding in the crowd. You're the queen who leads with kindness, speaking truth out loud. Oh, Virgo queen, with your Leo rising fire, you were never just a number on a hospital wire. You built the chill zone kingdom from the pieces they misfiled, turned a strange beginning into something warm and wild. So when the time comes and the Akashic records play, you'll smile and say, I knew it, I lived it anyway. September 13th, 1968, the stars got it right. You're the snow queen of the north, shining every single night.
And of course, that's one of the songs. And I'm going to play one more. It's called Rhinestone Creator. This is about for every YouTuber out there. You know who you are. You're out there, you're working every day, slaving over a hot monitor, put things together. So this is for all the female rhinestone creators on YouTube. I do have the male version too, but this is the female version.
Yeah! Yeah! I've been uploading these videos so long, singing the same old song. 5,400 and still going strong through every algorithm storm. Seen the trends come, watch the trends die, but every morning I still hit go live and try. Offers keep rolling in my inbox every night. Collab with us, sister, we'll take you to the bright lights. They want me yelling, they want the drama to spill, but that ain't the corner I ever wanted to feel. Oh, I'm a rhinestone creator, riding the algorithm high. Got my little light still burning in the night. 10.9 thousand strong, yeah, we still alive. I keep on streaming, keep on dreaming in my peaceful little slice of light. I'm a rhinestone creator, and I'm still here tonight. Oh, yeah. I've done the NASQ Chill Zone, Silvermoon radio, played old guiding light till the early morning glow. Some nights the numbers cut me deep inside, then one regular drops in and says you got me through tonight. They say do some shorts, girl, 3 minutes, portrait mode, but I can't fit my whole heart in 15 seconds on the road. I'd rather talk for hours about Victorians and snow than chase that cheap dopamine high and watch it go. 16 years I've worn these rhinestones on my screen. Smile through the setbacks and the in-between. They can't have the drama, the yelling and the fights. I'll take my quiet corner underneath these lights. Hey, I'm a rhinestone creator, still riding the algorithm high. And when the lights go down and the last song dies, I'll still be right here with the ones who realize real connection beats the views and the cloud. We built something real, and we ain't backing Yeah, I'm still here tonight.
That's a cool song. I kind of wish there was a little bit of a fade out there. I wonder if I can manually add a fade out using Audacity. But let's just play the last song for this one because I played it earlier and somehow it just seems to kind of fit for ending the show. Here's Roll F Full M.
Magic flowing, lift your heart up higher. Bells are ringing, stars are shining bright. In Quelfella, we dance into the night. Rolla e balla, spin around the glade. Let the arcane wind carry what we've made. Let your spirit fly. In Silvermoon, we shine beneath the sky. Green may roar in Orgrimmar's heat, but elven grace will always move so sweet. From the dead scar's edge to the forest deep, we rise and twirl, no sorrow do we keep. Rolla e balla, spin and shine so true. Blood, elven fire, burning red and blue. Let the magic play. In Quel'Thalas we dance the pain away. Though the scars remain and the battles call, we choose to rise and give our all. Spin and shine through the dark and light. Together we dance into morning's light. Rolla e balla. Rolla e balla. Rolla e balla. Rolla e balla. Let the whole world see. Sindore hearts forever wild and free. Spin until we fly. In Silvermoon we shine. Forever we
All right, so let's just wrap this up now. May all of you guys have a happy and safe day. Stay out of trouble. Whether it's mild out there in New England, let's do something useful. And I'll see you guys tonight at 7 o'clock U.S. Eastern Time. And don't forget, we're here for you Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. every day. And, of course, I have my show on Sunday at 3. And don't forget, Friday and Saturday night, the shows are at 7, not 8. So we'll see you tonight at 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock tonight on here. Yep. Amen. Amen. The service is over. Time to go. Peace, kind, love, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hype. And we will be here for you every night. Just about. So for now, bye-bye. Bye-bye, and be excellent to one another and party on, dude. Absolutely. Bye-bye. Bye.
Michele Marie and Lumi, I will always be there for you. Michele, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the samba's embrace, she finds her way, twisting and turning. She won't let things sway. With love for the music and fire in her soul, she dances through life, her heart in control. She won't give up, she won't sit down. In her purple dress, she twirls around.